Oh, no.
God.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been the craziest ever.
I could have never arm wrestled.
But do you know how different people would look at you?
Yeah, it would change my whole life.
All right, let's kick this off.
Woo!
Podcast 20.
Boom.
Fuck yeah.
Number 20.
Number 20.
What? Dub edition.
Yeah. Oh, that should be the title now.
Tell me why Dub Edition kind of slapped a little bit back in the day, like when it first came out, and then it just went.
I mean, we can start this off with the fact that when I was a young boy, I nearly, and I mean, goddamn nearly.
Tattoo?
I almost got
No,
no!
on each shoulder because I was sitting on 20s.
Oh,
Thank
no.
God.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been the craziest ever.
I could have never arm wrestled.
But do you know how different people would look at you?
Yeah, it would change my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing.
I know. It's like getting douchebag across your face.
100%.
Thankfully, I had some friends,
Oh, man.
and they were pretty dorky.
They were like, "Look,
man, we
man."
probably can't be friends if you get that." And I was like, "Oh,
I guess I
That's
can't.
hilarious.
yeah." So, King of the Table 14.
Yeah.
Table
Was a
14.
blast.
That was
We had a
awesome.
great pool party.
Hell yeah.
A grip of people showed up from all over the place.
Yeah.
Corpus Christi, Houston. People I didn't even know. There were children I've never seen playing. I was like, "Whose are those?"
Yeah.
It was like, "Oh,
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool as a family
Everybody
thing.
brought their
yeah,
family.
it was super cool."
Yeah, everyone was mingling. It was just a good
people had
old
drinks,
time.
A lot of arm wrestling. 3
Yep.
tables were going.
Right.
It was a brutal practice.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked
I'm
up.
still a little mangled, to be
Yeah,
quite honest.
but it was good though.
Yeah, I didn't even stay as long. And I did some arms yesterday, and I woke up today with that.
Yeah, I mean, to the community, right? I mean, one of the best moves ever is to treat it just like a UFC fight night. Like,
Yeah.
hey, King of Tables up. Let's get a good practice together. We had it airing on the TV outdoors.
Yeah.
We did a little cookout by the pool. It was that's a beautiful
That's a good
event.
time.
Yep, because it's a full vibe.
It's
you
a full
know?
vibe,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I think trying to bottle that up and show it to people is the hardest thing to do. And I think more people would be so down if they could experience it, which is kind of the vibe that we're trying to get going for our event. It's like, since it's on Father's Day weekend, it's like, have your dad come out and experience this, because
Yes.
I guarantee he'll fucking love it.
He'll have a blast.
Yeah, he'll have a
and it's like that is the perfect age
Yeah.
where you're like, I don't want to go out to the bar.
Right.
But if I could go out to this event and people are going to get me on the table, you're going to get encompassed in what this whole thing really is.
Right.
And it's community and it's fun.
Yeah.
And you still get battered in a way that you can literally measure how much you want to go while still being a part of it.
Right.
Yep.
It's the beauty of the game.
Yeah, and you're learning so much too when you have so many hands that you're able to touch, which is, that's
Then it's number one.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We should just have like a GoPro. One of us
Do you
should
have
just
an
fucking-
idea of what that's going to look like that night? How that all is going to look? Do you have an idea of that?
Like timing wise?
No,
or
like
what?
I've got my ticket.
Yeah.
I watched the show. We have a great time at
Yep.
the event. I watch arm wrestling. And now I show up to the after pool. What do you, I'll come inside. What do we see?
It's like a house party vibe. There's going to be music. There's going to be lights. It's not going to be totally dark, but it'll be dimmed down. We're going to have tables separated just because it can get crowded.
It can get cluttered for
Around
sure.
the table.
Yeah, around the table. So I'd like to separate them just in case some people don't want to be around the arm wrestling tables. The space is pretty damn big.
Okay.
Is it couch set in, table set in, chairs?
I haven't decided that yet. It's probably going to have some couches in the VIP area.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we'll have chairs for
Okay.
everybody else. And then, there's going to be alcohol. There's going to be some food there.
Great.
Yeah.
That sounds so fun.
that's what
Yeah.
we're doing.
It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah. That's the getting that out and getting people to come to that piece. I think is going to be a magic part.
Yeah. We're reaching out. We have it posted in a lot of places around Austin. So the city of Austin just accepted it to be posted on their website for events.
Sweet.
It's Do 512. We talked about that before, and
So we want to get people involved that have nothing to do
that
with
have
arm
nothing to do with
Yeah.
arm wrestling. Yeah, like I'm not trying to target the people that we see all the time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to target people that
New fan base.
Yeah, new.
Yeah.
Just hey, you want to come have a good time, hang out with some arm wrestlers, and grow this
It's
thing.
like wildly accessible sport that you could actually get on the table with all these
Anyone,
pros.
yes.
And it's all good.
Well, the crazy part, what I was just telling you guys about that girl Lauren, who's the creator, she's bringing 2 guys to help her with her production when she comes, and she was like, "Oh yeah, both of my friends are like they love arm wrestling."
Wow,
I was
that's
like,
perfect.
I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be this."
Yeah.
But those are the people that we want.
Right, because they probably didn't. They probably love it in the sense of like, I can't. It's unattainable. When they don't realize that there's this. It's seemingly underground. Like it's been around forever.
Yeah.
But for most people, it's like an underground thing. Like I don't know. Is it like Fight Club? Like who do I have to talk to?
Yeah.
And
It-
was for
it
me
is
when
kinda
I
like
first
Fight Club.
joined.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, who do I talk to? And I just happened to see that tournament that happened in San Antonio, like get posted, and it was at the end. I was like, oh, it already happened, but I thought, hey, you got like, how can I meet you arm wrestler guys, or whatever? And this one hit me up. It's like, dude, Sunday, come to practice. This is the address. And I was like, oh shit, and here we are 3 years later.
it.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. So it's like.
Wildly accessible.
Anybody can do it, and you can do it almost anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's not really weird. Like, I arm wrestled my boss last weekend.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I want to see what that powerful is. That it was the craziest. He had to use 2 arms. He was mad because I made him, look weak in front of his wife and his daughter.
Oh no, you did it in front of
He's like, you
both.
didn't even let
You
me
didn't even let me win. I'm your boss.
Like, your daddy. You didn't let me win.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then I went to Round Rock to get a sandwich last weekend. And the owner of the place read the back of my shirt, and I was wearing one of my arm wrestling shirts.
Yeah.
He's like, arm wrestler, and he tapped me. He was like, these 2 guys behind you on arm wrestling. Would you arm wrestle them? And I was like, I'll arm wrestle anybody. I turned around, these 2 like high school age kids, and they were like, oh man, arm wrestling, that's really cool. But they were like, oh,
Yeah.
And I was like,
You're like, you look
no,
like a unit, son.
like, I get it. No, it's cool.
That's hilarious.
But I think if we can start getting that word out in Austin, which is the biggest. That's the goal for everything that we're trying to do is like get it out here, and then there's so many opportunities to like cross with other types of sports promotion because Austin is also a hub for that too, and people don't notice that.
I mean, Austin's like the hub for hobbies.
Yeah,
like
hobbies,
you could
100%.
never, like if you're fucking bored here,
You can't be bored.
You need
you're
to,
crazy.
You don't
you need
go
to shoot
outside.
yourself in the fucking head. I'm sorry.
You don't go outside.
Yeah.
Like you,
Even if you go outside.
I mean, you can. We're talking Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
We're talking
Pickleball.
pickleball.
Yeah.
Everything, softball. They have
kickball.
Every
They have
climbing,
cricket. They have
cricket. Yes.
cricket clubs
There's probably
here.
a polo club here.
Oh yeah, for
somewhere.
sure.
There's probably a water polo club. Anything you can think of is here.
Yeah.
There was a coffee and chill thing that popped up, and I was
Sky
like,
just sent it to Steve.
bro.
Yeah.
That is one of the coolest ideas.
Yeah.
It was
That's
like
so cool.
you pay to get in, and then they have like wellness people there. There's no alcohol. It's just like
interesting.
early morning, Saturday
Coffee
morning,
and
coffee,
chill. But yeah,
donuts,
they had,
health stuff.
They had them doing the what's it called?
Yeah.
Botox and massage
massages,
therapy.
yep, cold
Yeah.
plunge.
Oh, that's
Super cool.
amazing.
Like all that. I was like, we hit them up. We hit
Yeah.
up Coffee and Chill because we were like, that's right up our fucking alley. That's what we're
We
trying
could
to
put
do.
Sky there at an arm
Yeah.
wrestling table.
Yeah.
Because the guy to girl ratio is like 5
Yeah.
to 1.
Oh yeah.
Where you single boys, like find your nearest coffee and
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
And go
It-
be
it-
mildly entertaining and have a great
Yes,
time.
have a great time.
Yeah.
Like rooftop in Austin. Like that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What a
Perfect.
win. So it's really cool.
So
Anyway,
funny that you reached out to them. Sky
did.
literally just sent that over a chat
That's so
to Steve
funny.
and was like, hey man, this is join a run club and
Yeah.
join these.
Yeah.
He's like,
100%.
Oh, it looks perfect.
Oh, you're
that's
gonna find a girl
hilarious.
immediately.
Yeah, and probably a nice one that's
Really nice.
outgoing and
Yeah.
wants to communicate with other people.
He should be.
He's gonna be like, you guys really. He's really, you guys been talking about my shit?
Yeah.
Steve is such a church guy.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I know it. But that's for him to find.
Yeah, whatever. I'm fucking with you, Steve.
King of the Table results, guys.
Yes.
Zurab versus
Georgie.
the
Yeah.
Beanstalk.
I mean, I
That was
think
Jack and the Beanstalk match.
It was.
I think I called Georgie maybe. I'm pretty sure I
did.
call Georgie.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, me too. I was like, I think Georgie's super crazy. Like,
Yeah.
he's very, very
Great
strong.
hand, great pronation, super back pressure. You know, Zurab he's been out of it for a little while, and
I thought I had called Zurab because I thought his weird cartoon arm would get in and make it weird, but literally it was.
yeah.
And what are you gonna do?
Nuts.
Nothing.
I mean,
Yeah, you're on the other side of the table, like trying to chase that.
6'7".
Yeah. Wicked.
3-0.
Yeah. You got to
Good
rethink
luck.
your weight class.
But of course Zurab does. He should be a 187.
Yeah.
guy. Like,
Just drop down.
yeah. I
Make
get
it
that you're
easy on
Jack,
yourself.
but
He would
it's
look
probably short.
puny though.
I
Say
don't
it
think
again?
he would. He's 5'9".
Yeah, but I don't think that's the right weight for him.
187, then 209 is the only two options.
Yeah.
He would water cut down to 187 and he'd be huge.
Yeah, he'd be pretty massive.
He'd be massive.
If
He'd
he
be
can get there
obnoxious.
for sure.
Because the height is where things become staggering.
Yeah.
When you're the same size and your same power or close, these things start mattering. Now, we have talked about the shorter arm can be really good.
If you force
If
it,
you're
and we
connected.
saw,
If you can force it.
we're
Yeah.
going to get to that match.
Yep.
Yeah.
But one of my thoughts on stuff like that for Zurab, you think he's eating some candy?
All the candy.
Of
So
course he
what
is.
happens when he tries to drop down there? He's got to get off that candy a little bit. Does he
I
go?
would assume.
Yeah. Everything
And
just
maybe
shrinks.
though, if he just got off, he would come down athletically as hell.
Yeah, and just
I don't
not
know.
be as. But
I don't
maybe
know
he
how
has
old he is.
dysmorphia, and he's like, man,
I'm sure.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go through it next year. It's gonna be great.
We'll be there.
I'm gonna
walk
be
you
like,
through it.
well, guys, I have cancer. I've shrunken into nothing. I'm a puny little spirit, barely walking around the world. I'm like, dude, you're killing us. What are you talking about? No.
Yeah,
No, I'm so frail. I feel like toilet paper.
no, that's not happening.
Break me now.
My wife makes fun of me every day.
No.
You're right. No, you gotta. As long as it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, daddy. And you're like, no, you don't mean that.
You no longer mean that.
You don't even mean that.
So who do we have next? Lachlan.
Lachlan
Yes.
and Petro.
Yeah. We called that.
Yeah, we called that.
Yeah. Lachlan, I mean, it really did show, though, it's a lack of training partners. Because Lachlan's fantastic, but getting those looks, touching those hands.
Yeah, man.
You got to touch the hands.
So where would he have to go? I mean, he would have to go to like Eastern Europe,
He's got to train, yeah.
right? Like
Bring
or
someone in.
go live in Russia for a little bit, or
Yeah, that's an interesting conundrum, right? There's a ceiling based on where you live.
dude. And I think Australia has the worst.
Yeah, because it's such
Of
an
the-
isolated
It's
island.
so isolated.
Of the
they have to
competitive
travel
groups.
so far to get to anybody. You know what I mean?
For sure.
To just train. You know.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of Eastern Europeans that want to leave and go to other countries.
Yeah,
So, I
yeah.
mean, there shouldn't really be a lack thereof, but
I wonder if there is a lot of value in partnerships with like what Hermes offers, right? And Hermes, Cody Higa did Hermes' whole thing.
Really.
Yeah, he did the video conference with
Nice.
Hermes,
I
and
love that.
oh shit.
yeah, he did a whole deal with him, following him, and learning ways of training. A lot of stuff you see Cody doing is from him.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
Mendigus just talked about that too. He's gonna
Yeah.
start doing that.
And okay, so like Mindy's perfect, right?
Yeah.
Mindy could create a litmus test for himself by taking on Lachlan,
Yeah.
who's like genetically
Right,
great
right,
for this. He takes him on and see what kind of difference he can make. That would be super cool.
Yeah, this whole thing, there's something called BJJ Fanatics in Jiu-Jitsu, and it's just a website that takes where if you're whoever, but it's mainly black belts, brown belts, purple belts that make,
Content.
yeah, well, not content.
Okay.
They make tutorials.
Yes.
Instructionals.
Yes.
On their specific part of the game or different parts of jiu-jitsu, and they sell them on that website.
And you can go there for masterclass.
Yes, and we want to make a website for that.
Like have Hermes with a back pressure master class.
What's his master class?
Yeah.
Or even not a master class. Just this is how you can get better at arm wrestling. Whatever. So we already have Coach Ray. We got Mendigas that, he's already talked about doing it. He's done it in the past coaching. But these guys need more of a platform to get that stuff out there.
Imagine if we all had one place we visited that was incredibly accessible to everyone.
Yes. Yep.
That would be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just price things accordingly. Like, obviously, as you get better and better at it, the price is going to go up. But you paying $10, $12 for this is my, inside game system, and it's like everything from your training.
You get that video forever?
Forever.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Forever. It's yours. It's your fucking video. Download as many times as you want. You can send it to your friends if you want to. It's yours. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So it's just another way to get these guys paid, but another way to get all that information out there.
Yeah, if airs became a worldly thing, that would be such a cool spot for them.
Yeah. 100%.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the future of the game.
It is. And it's, people are so spread out and there's so much different types of training around the world that even with the access that we have to the after polls and shit like that, it's still super hard to get to know how these guys actually think.
And especially if they took the time to break it down.
Right.
And
piece by piece,
I'm going to talk to you about setting up for a hook.
Right.
Yes.
Like Justin Bishop has done a few good videos on it.
Right.
But to get him in the right.
Well, that's our thing. Is
right.
Everybody has these videos on YouTube, but if we create an area like, say, my garage, and we make it arm wrestling training table, and it's filmed the same fucking exact way every time.
Every time, yeah.
It looks the same. You can hear everything.
Yeah.
We have kind of a script, so that people can talk about everything succinctly and not just have these random thoughts.
Have you seen this guy's video?
Oh yeah. It's like, part 3. I had to redo this because I thought of something else that I've left out the last time. No, every single person's gonna have it the same way, and we can just lay it all out.
That would be nuts.
Gordon Ryan.
What if we traveled and did that? What
That's
if we
what I'm
ended
saying.
up going from practice to practice, set up a black area around them, said, hey, we'll use your table. This is how we want to film it.
Right.
And we do hunter knocks doing, what's your setup to getting to here? And in slow motion, we work it until
he breaks it all the way down. And probably have to, give them a script beforehand to get them thinking that. Because
doing it with us, and then, all right, we're going to film this stuff.
Right. Because there's a lot of guys that are great competitors, but they don't know how to coach or teach. Right.
Sure.
So, but you can kind of teach that if you or you have the brain to see what they're doing, and we can coach them through that. But it looks like you're doing something else with your wrist. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm doing this.
And
it's like,
yeah.
Tell me about that.
So, yes, tell me about that.
Yeah.
And then, so it's
like coaxing the information out of them.
Yes. And
walking them to water.
Right, and getting them to think about arm wrestling better. Because I learned through jiu-jitsu that when you can teach it to somebody, the instructor actually gets
way better.
Because you're like, man, okay, this makes more sense now because you're breaking it down so far.
Yeah, because you're thinking about it so deeply.
Yeah. Actually, I can do this move better now because I talked about it.
Yeah, and you see it from a different angle that's not your own perspective or feeling perspective.
Right.
You're literally seeing and moving. You're like, and I put you right here.
Yeah.
We just created a block.
Yes.
Shoulder forward, what's that look like?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you come around. That's how you shoulder roll. And now you're building on it. On a base.
Yes.
That's a brilliant idea to keep on exploring.
100%. We got off on a tangent, but I think that would help these guys like Lachlan and anybody else that has a tough time training with people, finding people to train.
Yeah, because I don't think that there's a chink in Lachlan's armor in terms of this is your big weakness. I think he has a high ceiling still.
Right.
Yeah. And he's just got to keep scraping
Still
that
learn.
Right.
And figure out how does he raise it himself.
Right.
Through other people.
Right.
So that was a dominant victory for Petro.
Yeah.
Georgie and Camille.
Yeah.
Camille did his thing.
Camille did his thing.
Yeah.
Left-handed.
Yep.
He did his thing.
Yeah, good luck.
You all know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
There's no
Which
mysteries
is
here.
It's the craziest thing. That
Yeah.
means he's super strong. I saw him today. He did. Did you see that? The 176 with the barbell, one arm.
What?
He just
Took it
Took
off
it.
the rack this way.
boom and
Oh
put
my
it down.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has to be a
interested
record,
know
right?
what I can do with that.
Yeah, I would like. I was like, I want to go to the garage right now. I didn't do it, but I was like, that's an interesting little lift, and it's good. So what I just immediately was like, his wrist stability.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
because he's using a Olympic-sized barbell.
Yeah.
That
You
wants
know,
to fall.
That wants to go
One
either
way or
side
the
to
other,
side. And he had smaller weights on there, so he didn't have the large plates on there.
Yeah.
But still, that is not.
That's a feat of
something
fucking
easy.
strength right there, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I was
175
like, that's
is pretty
very,
nice.
very cool.
Gosh.
But it's his cup not going.
Yeah.
Like, is that when we went and do that max right now,
Right.
what's your failure point? It's probably nowhere near here. It's probably this coming apart.
Yeah.
So that
it's
cup
something in
strength,
your
cup
hand.
integrity.
Well, I think if you can get the bar here, I think you're good. I think especially
But-
you two. I think you two have really
but
good.
you have to-
Let's
you
say
have to
I
be
do
able to
200
hold.
pounds, right? Let's say whatever my weight is, some crazy amount, and I'm able to lift it. Where is the failure in your mind? What fails on me? My inability to move the bar, or do I move the bar and things fall apart?
Yeah, that's a hard
Right?
one.
And if anything falls apart, I don't think it's going to be here.
Right.
It's got to be in this. In this
Yeah,
realm.
it's gonna be the hands.
Yeah.
Somewhere in here, because it's wonky. You're in the middle of this giant bar.
Yeah.
And you have to hold it.
Yeah.
Right. Which is another weird part about training in arm wrestling is people say like you should never hold on, but we do a lot of work holding on to something. So I'm like, do we hold on or do we not hold on? Like what? Like, are we missing something?
Is it both? It's both.
Yeah.
Right?
But this would
It is both.
It is both, but
Yeah.
it's like when. You know what I mean? Like sometimes maybe you're not maybe you're not weak. Maybe you need to stop squeezing. Maybe you need to squeeze. Maybe there's a lot of nuances.
Well, that's where like having someone like Devin,
Right.
having like John, like having guys like that talk
Yeah.
about the sport and talk about training. I think that's what really evolves us and
Right.
gets us really thinking about
Yes.
these questions right here because. You know, we're like, I'm 5 years in.
Right.
You're what,
3
3
years,
years? He's like 5, 6
Yep.
years, you know, and we're still
Yeah, dude.
like grasping at, wait, what? Huh?
yeah, I thought
like,
I was-
we're like babies. We're like,
What's the doctor that I
Whoa.
like so much that's really short? Dr. Mike?
Dr. Mike, yeah, Israel.
Did you
Tell.
see
he's great.
that he did Devin?
No, the
Dr.
arm
Mike-
podcast.
Dr. Mike did Devin's workout.
Oh, really?
Like talked like, you know, he goes in and
Oh, yeah,
says,
yeah, yeah.
here's the so-and-so's workout, John Cena's workout.
Yeah.
and
He did
rips them
pronation
up.
lifts?
Oh, I didn't know that.
He just did Devin like yesterday.
oh, that's going to be fun.
I mean, it's going to be ruthless because he's so science-based.
Yeah.
But like, I'm watching lots of arm wrestlers be like, yeah, that guy must not have any idea what he's talking about.
Oh,
And I'm like,
no.
oh, he's probably up there.
He
Like,
knows
We've
exactly
been
what
saying
he's
it
talking
though.
about.
We've been saying that
He's
these
a-
guys don't actually know how to train.
He's a
They know
doctor.
what works for them.
Yeah.
And they don't take into account that these guys are kind of built for this shit because they've been doing it for so long.
forever.
Yeah.
For so long.
Yeah.
And Devin really is probably up there in the worst example.
right.
If you're like, oh, I'm gonna pursue this like this person.
Don't.
Yeah.
You
I'm
cannot
gonna do-
Well,
chase
if
it.
you're 30
The
years
Devin
old and
lift.
you just got in,
Better lift some fucking
Stop.
weights, motherfucker.
Yeah, you stop. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And we all know as you get older, your joints stiffen up. Of course. Devin can't bend his elbows, and a lot of he can't straighten his arm out. But a lot of it is from arm wrestling. But a lot of it's also because he's getting older,
Yeah.
and that's why arm wrestling is great as you get older because your joints
Stiffen up, and
your
you're like,
tendons get stiff. So it becomes harder to open that up. It's
gotta watch this video
Yeah.
though. Like
I'm
encourage-
gonna watch
I
that.
encourage anybody to watch Dr. Mike in general if you're just kind
Yeah,
of curious about like what are 10 key lifts that I probably should be
Yeah,
doing? And
yeah.
he'd be like, high bar squat,
Yeah.
you should definitely be doing.
Yeah.
Standing shoulder press, overhead, straight bar. You'd be like, yeah, definitely do that.
yeah.
He has a really funny
Yeah.
saying. He says, if you can standing shoulder press 225, you're probably a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, people shouldn't fuck with you. And that's probably a really good measurement. That one lift in particular.
100%.
Because it's a brutal movement.
Brutal.
Yeah, like
the most I've ever been able to do is 165, and that was like I felt that in my nuts.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I think my last was 215.
Oh, that's amazing.
I've hit 225.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But I was also real crazy.
Well, that move is just like bench for me. It's so hard because my arms are so long that I have to go so far to get to lock out.
Speaking of bench, and I'd love for you to throw this up for people to see. It's called a Cadillac bar.
Yep.
And I sent you a photo of it today.
The multi-grip.
And because the multi-grip is spinning, when you unrack that, boys, that's a testament to your soul when you bench it. I got under 300 plus today. And I had a guy standing there and he goes, hey man, can I spot you for that? And I was like, yeah. But it's probably real weird if you don't. And he goes, I'm not going to do it now. I was like, really? He's like, you look like you're down to fail. I was like, well, honestly, I've been trying to build the courage to get under it because every time you unrack that, it has like
crazy.
And I feel like if you fully engage your riser, it feels good. And man, I encourage people, any kind of chest lifting you can do where the bar is bent, whether that's like anything that lets you go into a negative. Through curvature.
The deficit.
A deficit. That's what I'm
no, it's good.
Man, it just is. That's a wicked, wicked movement.
It's different.
Heavy.
Yeah, super heavy.
Yeah, and so like I don't want to say that I think max effort training is a good idea with any instability, because I was telling you earlier, I think that the body has a really hard time firing off when it feels instability. What do you think? Oh, because you can hear it?
I can hear it. I don't think they're going to hear it.
But yeah, I think when your body, like, let's say you're on a Bosu ball.
Yeah.
And you decide you're going to do a squat.
Some squats,
You can't max effort train that way. Your body is not ready to do
It's going to shake like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Stop.
I think that's good.
It is good. It's great.
All that stuff has a place.
Oh, it has a massive place in building, like, entirety.
Like getting everything integrity. Together. Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely hitting that CNS in a different way.
It's like belt squats.
Definitely.
Like that shit.
I love it.
Those things are crazy, man, especially when they get heavy. You know, you got 200 plus pounds underneath you pulling you down, and you're standing on box and you're squatting. Like that is completely different. It's good. And then front squats and Zercher squats. There's all these exercises.
Zercher, I learned from you, and that is another mean move.
That's super.
Because you're holding here, and you're building crazy integrity.
Yes.
Your body wants to go forward,
and
you're going down. Yeah. These multi-angles. And I also think, as we're getting closer to a competition, we all are competing this weekend or this next weekend. It might be a really good way to deload.
Yeah.
To go from, like, I've been in a strength program for me probably like 7 weeks now, since East First West. And coming down in weight, but doing some instabilities is like to round that body out, round your system out.
Get the system ready.
Yeah, it feels good, for sure.
Yeah, and you don't.
Speaking of that, is everybody ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You feel good?
Yeah.
You feel good?
I got all my therapy done today.
What does your therapy mean?
So I went to Dr. Alton. I got the P-Wave stuff done to my elbow, along with some like infrared laser stuff done.
Tell us a little bit about P-Wave.
So essentially what it does, it breaks down scar tissue. So it's opening stuff up. It's the healing factor. It's getting more blood flow. It's working on the mitochondrial level. So it's like very cellular. And then with the laser,
Trey's gone on and on about it.
yeah. And then you have the infrared laser. Again, same deal. Helping with blood flow, helping with repair.
Yeah, I cup with infrared.
Yeah. So I had that, and then I just finished getting some body work done. So yeah, I'm good.
And when you say body work, massage therapy.
So yeah, so like deep tissue done to the forearm, brachialis.
Oh, they got in your arms.
Oh yeah, brachialis.
How much did it hurt?
Shoulder. A little bit, but I mean, I'm pretty good with pain, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think you should get P-Wave done on your elbows.
Yeah.
Time. Like I could definitely feel the difference because like if I really like before the P-Wave, if I did this, I'd be shaking.
Yeah.
And now I feel very much.
Like
I would feel like
crazy.
that.
You're gonna and you can feel, right?
Yes.
So what happens is people don't know is that most of the time when you're working out and if you put a lot of stress, your muscles and tendons are ripping off your bone. And what happens when it heals is it sits back down. But what happens underneath is scar tissue is born.
Yep.
So you got muscle and tendon growing over the top of scar tissue, and it can only grow to a certain point. Yep. And then what happens if you don't massage, stretch, try to break up that scar tissue, is that's when you get full ruptures. You get tears where it disconnects from the bone because there's so much scar tissue built up. Mm-hmm. So this P wave, it's a piezo wave, right? I don't know if people know what piezo crystal is, but they use it for sensors in cars and stuff. But this thing basically sends micro vibrations at certain levels. And I don't know how deep he went with you.
I think he went to the highest, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, like at first you're like,
keep on doing it though.
Yeah, it feels weird. And he's like, you want to go deeper? And you're like, yeah, whatever. And then it's like, ooh. And then you know, I was there for a while the first time. It was like 50 minutes in. He was like, let's go all the way in. I was like, yeah, let's go all. Let's see how. Whoo! I was sweating. Like it hurt good but bad at the same time. Like you knew it was working.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it after the competition.
Yes. Yeah.
You guys are killing me. I feel like I need to.
You need to.
I'm telling you, you'll be like, oh.
Yeah, you don't think it's too close to the comp to do that?
Yeah, it's too close right now.
I think, next week.
Maybe if you do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I would give it like, Saturday. Yeah, I would give it 7 days. Yeah. 7 days before because you're going to be sore.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you can't fight through it, but you're going to be pretty sore.
Yeah, because right now I'm like always sore.
Yeah. You need to get this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you need to get it done. If any of you guys are listening, you have a chiropractor near you, find your chiropractors.
Or
see if they have piezo wave.
Go see Dr. Alton.
Or Dr. Alton in Cedar Park. If you're anywhere near Austin, Texas, Dr. Alton.
That's literally his website. It's Doctor spelt out. And it's ALTON.com. So doctor spelt out, DOCTOR, Alton, ALTON.com.
Maybe I'll be able to report on this next time.
He's a great guy. He does dry needling. Mm-hmm. He'll do bloodletting. Like, he does all the stuff.
Yeah.
Dry needling, he did that for me before I went to Worlds for jiu-jitsu. And I've always had lower back problems. I've had compressed discs for a while. And I had a problem where I wasn't really able to lift my leg. And he dry needled my right glute. The needle is probably like that long, and he stuck like that much of it into my glute, and I didn't.
I'm not doing this.
You can't feel it. You can't feel it.
Not sticking needles in my butt.
He puts an electrode on it.
Oh
and it turns back on muscles that were turned.
Oh yeah,
cured my back. And I was like, this is crazy. You know, so I've always trusted what he does because I mean he knows it. He was a pro bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. He competed.
I need to see him
you know, he competed with Arnold. Yeah, at the Arnold, he knows Arnold. We
were talking, and I was telling him one of the problems that I have on my right, and I don't think I've ever really told you guys this, but it's really hard for me to get into a hook with my right because I injured it like maybe 2 years in. It was a pop. So the way I can supinate with my left is completely different with my right. So we were just talking, and he was like, yeah, I think if we can continue doing this therapy, And it's funny because now when I'm and granted, this is early. I went to the gym and I put some bands on and I was like, let me feel this. And I was like,
Feels different.
huh.
Yeah.
It feels way more stable now. So I'm pretty excited to continue this therapy.
Yeah.
Because my ability to get into the hook is not that great, but if I can get that back, that'd be great.
Yes.
Let's rip through the rest of this
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
Come back to Super 64 because I want to talk about
Cool.
you in the right hand.
Yeah.
Next match, Nugo
Nugo.
and Matt Mask.
All right,
Yes.
guys, can we talk about the recordings, the shorts that are out there of Matt Mask going, English. They're so
seen those
funny.
yet.
They're so amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't believe we didn't hear that. I didn't hear him say it at all, but he says some crazy shit to
Really?
me. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Man, why didn't we hear that during the stream?
And did you see Irakli after their match says that Matt Mask will never challenge a Georgian again?
Oh.
And Matt Mask said, Chicago's in 5 weeks, can pull me
Left
left-handed.
hand. Yep.
To Irakli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Engen said, let's do it.
I wonder if that's real. We're gonna see.
I think it's real. I think it's
We're
real.
gonna see soon.
Yeah, but Nugo fucking dominated.
Nugo dominated.
Nugo dominated that
he
match.
showed how to do it
Yep.
when you have the short lever.
Yep.
That's what we.
And his
we kinda
ability to, instead of hang on, he
Surfed.
surfed around it.
Yeah.
And once he's here,
That's it.
little cannonball of hell.
You ain't going nowhere, motherfucker.
I mean, it means.
Where?
I mean, what happens if that guy makes 209?
Oh, dude, and
Easy.
he can.
Definitely.
Like
Easy.
And then it's him. What's him and Todd look like?
Oh my.
that would be
That would
amazing.
be
That's the match right
such
there.
a match.
That's the match right there. Yeah.
Man, I want to see that really
Yeah.
bad. Nugo, drop that weight. That is a match
Yes.
that we need to see, man.
Everyone needs to see.
Oh my, that would
Be
man.
really cool.
Do we think that Nugo in practice with Irakli is interesting? It has to be.
It
Right?
has to be super.
Oh, he's pinning Irakli, no?
I would
I
imagine.
would take Matt Mask over Irakli, but maybe
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah, right. I don't.
And does he only not drop down to 209 because Irakli's there? Maybe.
Maybe
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you think that Irakli and them have been training together for a while, or you think it's kind of new?
I don't
Because
know.
Nugo
Nugo
like came
feels
out of
new.
nowhere like a year and a
Feels
half
new on the
ago.
scene to me. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I remember seeing those random practices that they had outside, and Nugo would show up, and Irakli would be there, but Irakli was like the top dog.
Yeah.
You know, and Nugo would be there, and I'm like, damn, who is this dude?
Yeah,
like,
who's that
he
dude?
looks
Yeah.
strong.
I think what it is too. I think you have some guys who are very competitive driven.
Yeah.
And then you have those guys who like the dojo guys,
Right,
who
right.
come
The
in and
stormers,
fuck
dark
everyone
dojo
up,
stormers.
and then
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think maybe he realized I'm not just a dojo guy.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
won
not
some
anymore.
cups,
I
and
mean-
he finally got a shot in East First West.
Exactly.
And
Well,
he blew up.
so yeah, and Nugo's coach is no joke.
Oh, that guy's
like
got a
that guy
system.
knows how to train.
Yeah.
You know,
Clearly.
yeah, he knows how to train. Man, watching those guys train is nuts.
Yeah. A lot of bicep work.
Lot of bicep work. Lot of bicep work.
Lot of
It's
bicep
so
work.
crazy.
I love you, Uncle Todd.
So weird.
Next match, Matushenko versus Colin Shank.
Yeah.
And that was just Matushenko getting right to his hook.
His hook.
Yeah.
Speed wins.
Yeah.
But Kalyachenko, he put up a good fight.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he did as good as he could have.
Right.
You know, he didn't lay down, and it was a battle. It was good.
He always likes to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this was a fun one.
Yeah.
Jocelyn and Egle. Mm-hmm. Eagle.
Eagle. This is experience wins.
Yeah, just the hand and time under tension in the hand is a weird thing.
It is.
right?
It
And
is.
that's we've all felt it when we grab guys that are 12-year guys, right?
Right.
And you're like,
Oh, this is different.
what?
Yeah, it's just different.
You're right. You don't need a bicep today.
Right.
You don't need a
Today.
bicep
Yeah.
Today, right? But had my hand been your hand, suddenly the bicep matters.
Right.
Yeah.
And these are parts of
You
it.
know, the interesting thing about training once again is isometrics. And if you think about it, in arm wrestling, your hand is always doing an isometric.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like the way to train
Yeah.
soft tissue as well.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
that's-
Like you'll
key.
avoid injury
Yep.
and you'll get strong.
You'll have
It's like-
maximum time under tension.
Yeah, that's what you should be. That should be worked into your week before prep. isometrics.
Yep.
You can hold heavy weight for a long time.
Any training you see anyone do
yeah.
on a spring system is isometric training.
Yeah.
I explode into a spring all the time, and that's for that exact reason. To give you any hand, too.
Oh, yeah. You got to have it.
So Egley was dominant.
Yeah.
Jocelyn understands where it went wrong, and it sounds like she's looking forward to coming back for more. Mm-hmm. And she has so much time.
She does. She does. But the hand, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that easy to train.
I mean,
it's not. It's going to be 2 years. 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
But she is a unit, and we will see.
That's good.
I mean, depending on her coaching, she could, if she can get the most out of her coaching, I think that's the key.
Yes.
But if she can't, she should find new coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the key.
Yep.
So, David Samusha versus Paul Lynn.
Yes. I mean,
We're Americans.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are Americans.
I'm sorry,
We're
Paul Lynn.
Americans.
My bad.
Yeah, we're Americans.
Yeah.
Dude, but Paul came in and did his thing.
He did his thing. He
about
did it.
time.
But my question is, that's a 187 belt.
I know.
What is he gonna do moving forward now? That's what I'm like. What are they gonna do? Are they just gonna make this like a free for all belt, like a BMF belt? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the plan with that?
We don't know what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go down.
Because I love Paul, and
But
him
Paul's a
being a
209.
champion right now is great. But he's not a 187 guy.
Yeah.
And that's the issue right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, we are weightist. Sorry, Paul.
Weightist, for sure.
Our weightists.
Then we had Gennady.
Yep.
Yeah, and
I
Ibrahim.
mean, this went exactly the way I thought it was going to go for sure.
Yo!
Crazy.
Ibrahim showed he's the truth, right?
The truth.
That's, I mean, Gennady may have just become a gatekeeper to you being
Yes.
hyper elite.
Yes.
Right? There's elite, and obviously Gennady's elite.
Yeah.
But his ship might have sailed if he doesn't do something different.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
go train
he
with
might-
Levon.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he might just be like a Cowboy Cerrone now.
Yeah. That's a great example.
I think that's
He
Just
kind of
really good, really stout.
right.
And he's who you got to
Gives
get
those
through to
people
consider
tests,
yourself
right,
one of the men.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I
The
get.
the Ivan Matushenko's.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
the Alex Kurdecha.
Yes.
Right? That's the next match. That's the
Right.
next match.
That's the next match. 100%.
Yeah, he definitely looked better this time. Like he looked fuller.
Looked good.
But Ibrahim is just too much.
Ibrahim's for real.
Yeah.
real.
That guy does not give
It doesn't
a
matter
fuck.
who he goes against next. It has to be the top.
Yes. 100%. I don't. Yeah. They
has to
have
be
to give him
top
the
five.
top. Yep. They have to give him the top.
Then we have
Makarov and Prokopchek.
Prokopchek,
So Vegeta proved that. Yeah. Or, how do you say his first name? Arturo?
Archer.
Arthur.
Or like Arthur, but
Yeah.
not.
Without
Yeah.
Without the H.
Yeah, Arthur proved he's the man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, he's beat everybody now.
Everyone.
He's beat Daniel. He's beat
He beat Engen.
Mindy.
He
he's
beat Mindy.
You say he beat Engen?
He's beat Engen. And he beat a good Engen.
Dude, he's
Not the best Engen, but he beat a
another
good
level.
Engen.
Mindy said that he thought Daniel should have kept coming forward, but he saw that he was trying to pull him back, and that's where he was losing it. But
Because the back pressure of Arthur is way crazy.
just super crazy.
Talk about a cannonball.
Yeah. And it's interesting watching Inside Arm Wrestling. Now that I'm like going down that path, I'm trying to learn about it. It's a waiting game and it's a war of attrition.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's like two guys that go in there and they do well.
And
There's
they're
no
at
just
that close a level. Yeah, the
it's-
level, the strength, everything is really close, and there's like minor movements happening.
super
Back
small.
pressure
Yep,
versus
yep.
shoulder forward.
and bringing it in.
Yes,
Hit
that's
sliding the
when
hand down.
the real special.
It's a way more
That's
of a
when
feel.
we're all silent and we're all looking at it.
Right.
I'm not going, yeah. No one's
I don't
doing
like
that.
that. Yeah.
Well, no one's doing that for real.
No.
We're all looking at it going, and then when someone wins, we all erupt.
Yes.
Because we're just studying a fucking art piece right
it is.
now.
It is. Especially against Daniel because he has stone face.
Yeah.
And he's really good.
You don't even know what he's
Holding here,
feeling.
you don't know what he's feeling.
Yeah.
And and then when it comes through and he's just like, you're
It's
like,
unbelievable
that's-
to watch him no sweat it.
Right.
And he's redlining.
Yes. red.
Stoic
mind.
as hell,
Yeah.
and it comes down and he.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, dude.
That's just so nuts.
Next level,
Thinking
dude.
about Artur's back pressure, you know, his ability to keep that close while also giving that pressure down on that arm.
He sucks it up.
Well, the crazy part too is that I think he has immense pronation
Has
too.
to.
I think he does too.
Because you
'Cause
see
he maintains his thumb.
but once he drives through to the side, it's just
Yeah, it just peels. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fantastic arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Who's his next match? Him?
yeah, him. He's gonna arm wrestle himself.
He has to go up. He has
I
to
think
go
he
up.
does have to go up. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see him go against Zurab.
Wow. That's a good one.
I'm just curious.
That's not a bad super
That's not a
match right
bad
there.
one. Yeah,
At 187.
Yeah, that's not
the cap.
Yeah, that's not a bad super match at all.
Yeah.
Sounds wicked. Todd Hutchings.
Yeah.
Todd Hutchings and Rustum.
This
That was
was
unfortunate.
interesting. This was way more of a battle than I thought it was gonna be.
Well, it looked like Rustum was going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It really did. And then,
And then he
Todd,
came
Todd
apart.
injured him.
I mean, I think that Todd's pressures are something, obviously, they're really nuts.
Yeah.
And it literally ripped meat off the bone.
I think it's the constant.
Pressure.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a vice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Always. Yeah.
no,
it's like, and he must all the time.
Yeah.
And he held the chain.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And he just held the chain.
Right.
And homie blew himself apart.
And Rustum was just like, huh?
Yeah.
I think that's the second time Rustum's been hurt, right?
And I
Yeah.
think you
Paul
called
heard
it.
Yeah.
I think you called it
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
He's going to blow his
gonna
stuff.
Yeah,
blow his
because you
chest
said Paul injured him,
And it was the chest.
and it was the pec, and
This
yeah,
is the pec again, right?
no, it's the shoulder, but I mean, same thing.
Same realm.
Same thing.
Yeah, he came apart.
Yeah.
And we talked about it again. His pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like, I think it's fair to say, Rustum has, I mean, he's perfect. What he does is literally perfect.
Yeah.
But we all have limits, right?
Yeah.
You rip the meat off the bone eventually.
Do you think that he's not? I don't think he might not be he might not be doing the right exercises too.
Who is this, Rustum?
I think Rustum.
He
is.
also
Yeah.
may not be as enhanced.
Yes.
He is in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could totally be that,
He might be using the wrong candies.
stuff. Yeah.
which is a thing. No
Yeah.
question.
Like if you're using bodybuilder stuff.
Like Winstraw.
Yeah,
you
you're
dry that joint up.
destroying your joints. Yeah, especially if you're lifting. If you're competing in a sport, you cannot use. All right, if you're in an actual like athletic moving sport, you cannot use bodybuilding stacks.
No.
We need our joints to work and to hold loads that
And
are
be
really
fluid.
fast and be fluid. You cannot just use the fluffy candies.
Yep.
It's not going to work. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, it might work at a low level, but
Right.
once that load becomes real crazy,
Like fucking Todd. Oof.
Yeah. Which all he's doing is training his tendons.
Yeah.
To
Yes.
just like
vice.
Yeah, because you don't see you. I mean, at least Todd looks great. Don't get me wrong, but he's not a unit. You don't look at him and you're like,
No.
oh my goodness,
No.
look at this specimen. You're like, he looks really good.
Yeah.
But like you just said,
He
it's
looks
the
like an
tendons.
arm wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah, he
exactly.
looks like an arm wrestler. He's time under tension, isometrics,
Yep.
and he's doing plyometrics.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Right?
he's
So he's getting when you see him throwing things, that's not for his hit. That's for him to absorb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and man, he does it perfect. I'm telling you, that's how you have to.
He
train
should
this
have
shit.
the app.
Bro.
Yes.
He should have
He's
the app.
Like the first person we want to get.
He should.
on that website, like straight up.
I wonder if he would be into getting paid a flat fee to allow us to pick his brain, and then we do whatever we want with the footage.
Well, we should probably talk about this off.
Right?
But there are ideas that
You can cut this
you
out.
kind of, yes,
Just yes.
yes.
All right,
So,
let's
yeah.
go to the main event.
Main event.
Michael Todd. We are Americans first.
We are Americans.
Yep.
Yes.
And we all yelled your name.
We
and
did.
rooted for you.
We did.
But we did call that the lever is really fucking long.
And I felt like I knew Vitaly was going to be pressing.
Well, he forced him out of room.
Yeah.
And that lever is the part that would be so hard to prepare for in that position.
Right.
Where can you go? He could keep sending you this way.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're not ever going to go here. You're never going to go here. You just have to outlast.
Forever.
Yeah. Forever.
Yeah. And it looked like it was close in the beginning.
Yeah.
But he's just too close to the bat at that point. I mean, it was a centimeter.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
And then...
But you got to think.
He ran out of pad.
It's not like, it's...
His elbow, he ran out of pad.
Right. You can't go any further. And what happens if we, hypothetically, what if we extended the pad another fucking 10 inches? Like, what does it look like? One guy's on top of the table, the other guy is just... I don't think it would have been any other way. I think that's just what's going to happen.
It would have lost. I mean, if that was the case, we would just lost a bunch of fans.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh my God.
One person is crawling out.
And one's on top. Yeah.
It would look a little crazy.
The interesting thing, I think, is... So, Camille. Everybody knows where he's going to go. Uncle Todd, everybody knows where he's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think Uncle Todd's a little bit harder to train for. I think Camille...
He has more lanes.
I think Camille is easier to train for. Right?
Yeah.
But still, super strong. Michael Todd is at the top is probably the easiest person to train for, right?
Because you just have to press.
All these guys that he's going to go against are strong enough to get through to that point where
it's going to be a defensive game.
So they're just like, okay, we're going to start our training there.
From here, this is where we're going to train.
Yeah, we're going to start whatever we have to do.
Everybody should be doing it with Devin too. The same thing.
Same thing. Like.
Devin just has a lot more going on in here.
Right.
He'll meet you.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of more tools.
Right.
And his levers are long.
Yeah.
So he's not doing here.
Yeah.
He's like...
It's a legit open top roll.
It's an open top roll.
Yeah, it's a legit open top roll.
Yeah, I mean, he has curled up under that table kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But he does typically catch you here, and he's still with it all.
Yeah.
It isn't this way.
But you have to give it to Devin that even when he's here, he's still...
maintaining an elbow.
Yeah, and he's still working it where he's coming up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The thing with Michael is that he's just here.
Yeah.
It's here
and he
or
pries
here.
on
That's
your
it.
hand. He pries on your hand, gives it this way until he can.
Yeah.
And there's no part of it that is any form of traditional forward or even reverse arm wrestling.
Yeah, and I think everyone has solved the puzzle kind of
at the highest level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very easy to train for.
Yeah, he may be a problem still for any North American.
for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
We're talking
It's
at the highest level.
We're talking at the highest level where he wants to compete, which his post-match interview
We need to see him and Jerry.
Yeah, well, he seemed very
Defeated.
Depressed, defeated.
Yeah.
He was just like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
think
sure he
this is
feels
it.
that way. I mean, I'm sure he feels like what we're saying right now.
Yeah.
That my Rubik's Cube has been solved.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the crazy thing about arm wrestling. Well, I guess it's almost any sport. If you do something the same way for long enough, it's hard for you to do something different. You have to reimagine yourself, right?
Yeah.
And
it's why you need to traditionally arm wrestle.
yes, you have to do everything. Like,
where you can have top rolls in your inside game, and you just build on this tool belt.
Right.
When you have one move. But, the curse to him is that one move does work against 99.9% of the population of arm wrestlers.
Right.
It's that good.
But where it counts.
For him now. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's trying to reach the pinnacle, which is Levon.
Because he's been there.
And it's
He's been the pinnacle.
Unfortunately, it's not.
Especially Levon.
It's probably not attainable for him.
No.
Yeah, I think that ship has sailed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think these guys.
I think he's so athletic, though,
Yeah.
that he can make 242
Yeah, go down.
and be the best.
Yeah.
Because maybe they don't have the levers to solve that problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not going to be 6'6".
Army's arm isn't that long.
Hermes is really special.
But I think
they're not going to be Hermes.
Yeah, but I think now, like we're seeing with training, giving knowledge to other people,
we're going to see even better.
we're going to see people coming up that are going to start,
dominating.
freaks coming out of nowhere.
Let's get back to 176 Super 64. Big event this weekend.
Yes.
We've all trained for it. I'm pulling 98. Trey's pulling 220. You're in the 176.
I'm in it. Yep.
What are your thoughts right now on how you're going to do?
I mean, in my mind, I'm visualizing the win. I'm seeing myself on the podium. I'm seeing myself driving.
Beautiful.
I mean, that's just, it's delusional, whatever, but it's just where I see myself, like, what I do for my mental preparation now as an arm wrestler. Now, before, it was a little different. I was more laissez-faire with my training and everything, but yeah, man, I feel really good. I feel confident. I feel nervous, which that's always good. I think
Are you going up on Friday, weighing in?
Yeah, no, I'm staying there.
Staying the night.
Yeah, I'm going there. I'm getting there early. Probably gonna leave in the afternoon. Get there early. Do my weigh-in. I'm gonna eat. I'm just gonna mentally prepare for the next day.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll be there.
Yeah.
On Friday as well.
Yeah. Friday.
So Saturday, day of competition. Do you
Yeah.
know anything about the guy you drew first?
So yeah, I know a little bit about him. He's competed probably for I think like 2 years. He's got a decent amount of wins in the
This sounds like a
176.
solid draw.
Yeah.
Multiple weight classes
He's
too,
a
right?
diesel mechanic apparently, so he's gonna be very handsy. I've seen him. He's an older guy, but we'll see.
Top roll?
I don't even know. I couldn't find any videos on him.
Okay, yeah. I mean, to me, I would want a 2-year draw. Like, give me anyone 2 years and under as my first guy, so I can get that first one out of the way.
Yeah. So, I mean, the way I see it, I mean, I've seen his face already, so, I'm just seeing him kind of like saying, yeah, you got that,
And you move on.
Yeah.
I don't know the guy Trayton drew first either.
I was looking at the post that Corey just did today, and a lot of people are rooting for this kid.
Oh, the guy that's going against Trayton?
I was supposed to go against him, and I did all my reconnaissance. Ian Johnson.
I know Ian Johnson.
Yeah.
I said I don't. I do know.
Yeah. So I did
Is
my
Garrett
reconnaissance.
Reese in this too?
Garrett Reese. I don't know.
He's a Wyoming guy. Anyway, he's good. I think he's in it.
You said Garrett.
Garrett.
Like a white boy. Garrett.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's Garrett Reese. He might be on the other side.
Yeah.
But Ben Bledsoe's in this. Ben
really?
Bledsoe, for those of you that don't know, he's I don't want to call him boyfriend. Him and Leanne have been together forever.
Yeah.
But the other half of Leanne, who's probably the best female arm wrestler. I mean, pound for pound, she's just phenomenal.
Right.
I mean, in North America, her and Liz are quite an interesting battle. Her, Liz, Mir, and probably Danielle are the battle. Mm-hmm. Ben Bledsoe's left hand is super serious.
Interesting.
It ain't no joke. Okay. Like, any of us pulling him lefty, you would want to think about what you're doing. His right has not been his left, but he's been training it for this.
Cool. Okay.
And nice. I think he has to be the favorite. He's been around a long time. He's done well in nationals.
Okay.
He's gone to Worlds with the Aaron, right? He's been competing all over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He is who we all should be watching for you guys. I'll have a keen eye on him for sure. He's a friend of mine.
Too.
And we'll get an idea of what he's doing. But his left, when he goes in,
it's nasty.
Real nasty.
Okay.
He's short. If he is using a riser, it would behoove him. If he's being crazy and not, I would be surprised. But I think he's the favorite. And I said it publicly recently on a post, maybe today or yesterday. I mentioned you and Trayton and said, are you guys ready to go? I have to say, the favorite on paper is probably Ben.
Okay.
And it's just because his right's been offline for a long time.
Okay.
But his left has been dominant. He shows up to events and he does some killing.
Really?
Yeah. Very serious.
That's cool.
Well, he's on my side of the bracket, so I look forward to facing him.
Yeah, and you guys should be. It should head that way.
Yeah.
And your guys' styles will be interesting because of your height. I think that if you are tall with him, it is very hard for him to deal with.
Okay.
I think that's a good weapon for you, period, in this event.
For sure.
Because your height's a weapon at this weight class.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see all these guys, the body size. Because Trayton has gotten really big.
Right.
And will the cut for Trayton go well is going to be a big piece of this.
How much does he weigh right now?
He was 200 pounds 3 days ago.
What? Yeah. How do you get that big?
3 days ago.
What?
He's like, that was the goal, bro. I was like, well, you reached the goal. We've body comped. Let's get together now. Let's get together. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. Okay, man.
What?
I'm going to help him cut on
200 pounds? What is he going?
Maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe. I know that this event is not time, so he's coming in really strong. Now,
else?
will he suffer? I don't know. Luna has to be up there.
Yeah.
Luna, you guys haven't pulled him yet.
Trayton has. I haven't.
In comp did Trey pull?
Yes, he lost. You don't remember that?
Ooh, I was in San Antonio. I was there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do remember.
What Trayton needs to do is look at what Greg did. And that's it.
And just get in the strap.
Get in the strap immediately. And you go and you hit.
Oh, yeah.
You hit that motherfucker hard.
Because his hand is very
It's very, yeah. It's very, but I don't know if he has the back pressure that Getz has.
I'm going to tell you right now. Most guys that have hands don't have back pressure.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
But Getz has back pressure. But Getz has back pressure.
Getz is a freak, though.
Yeah, exactly.
He's different.
So that's why I look at him. I'm like, yeah, he's probably got a hand, but I saw what Greg did, and I can do that. I know I can do that shit.
And Greg just laid that vice pressure.
Exactly.
And you do exactly.
And I know I do that better than Greg.
Yeah.
If you're able to turn it in,
that would be nasty.
Well, I mean,
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the very first hit is this, and if he starts to get away with it, you go under.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right to the strap.
Okay.
You're going, boom, and you jam that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't go your way, you right underneath to the strap we go and drag that dude across the world.
Yeah.
He's dangerous, though. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Billy says he thinks he's going to win, so.
Cool.
I mean, it's one of their guys. He has to.
I get that.
Sick.
Yeah, and dude, you guys are one of the craziest parts of this to me is you're going to be doing it in front of Corey Miller.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you're a gladiator and the fucking dude running it is the baddest gladiator at that weight, and you're in front of him and you're next.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna say that.
Corey? Is he at 176?
Not anymore.
Still?
No, it's too big.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he's probably who I'd be headhunting when I make one of these.
Right, 187.
Yeah. It's probably real dangerous there.
Yeah.
For sure. Fun.
It's fun.
His little body. We're gonna get to pull this weekend.
I know that's gonna be
nuts.
Yeah.
This after pull. How many tables are they running? Do you know how many tables they're gonna run?
No idea. I'm sure it's gonna be like 4. Or 3. Like
No,
I
4.
think we had.
Yeah.
I think we only had 3 at the 242 one.
We're gonna run 4 like East First West.
Good.
Yeah,
This is gonna be nutty.
yeah.
You're gonna have 60 people at 176.
4. I hope it's 4 across. Yeah, that'd be good.
Well, the well's massive, so it'll all be good.
Yeah.
And they have super good food.
Yeah.
This place has legit real food.
Yeah.
This isn't bullshit. Like they have some dope food.
At Biggs?
No, at the well.
The well. It's called the well.
This is at the well.
Wasn't the well what we went to? That was like my second tournament.
I didn't compete. We won the whole thing. We won the championship. That was at the well. Yes. They had an outdoor area.
Yeah, it's like got the AstroTurf outside.
Yes.
Yeah, it's changed to Biggs Burger.
No.
Oh, is that the name
I
of
think
it?
that's what it's called.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, I
It's
think
got to
they
be the
changed
same
the
food
name.
or I'll die.
Oh, here it is. Is this it?
That's it.
Yeah. It's the well.
The well. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The last time I was there, it was called Biggs burger joint.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Oh,
You're right, absolutely.
Yeah, Big's Burger Joint. That's where we're
They
going.
changed the name, yeah.
Well, hopefully it's still yummy. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I got to find a hotel room.
anything.
Oh, here we go.
But this is going to be a wild
this
event.
week. Good event. I mean, so they're having the Super 64. They're having super matches. I didn't know that.
One super match. It's only Frank.
One super match, and then there's a tournament?
Yeah.
What time does it start?
Their shit starts at like 11, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, they start hella early.
Crazy. Man. Yeah, it's going to be a long day.
It's going to be a long day.
It's going to be a long day.
I'm going to eat a lot of food.
Yeah. I'm going to eat a lot of food.
Yeah. I've got 10 pounds to go right now.
Very good.
Ooh, maybe a little more.
That's fine. You're easy.
I'm
That's easy.
210
Yeah.
right this morning.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
was 213 this morning.
yeah, so I'm close to dwindling down, but I am on no carbs.
Yeah. That's always a fun time.
Yeah, so fun. It's interesting lifting with the no carbs because I go into the gym and I feel like this is going to be terrible. And the past 2 days, I've had great lifts.
Yes, you're going to have
The
great
weight
lifts.
moved.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, we're still here.
Yeah.
We're still strong.
Reduce inflammation. It's always good, man.
Yeah, the reduced inflammation
Get
for
more,
sure.
get more blood in there.
Do you think it would be smart for me to take creatine on competition day? No.
Yeah, why not?
I would definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Especially the day before.
Yeah.
Especially this week. What am I saying?
Yeah,
No,
this
for
week,
sure.
if you're...
Maybe you should be like 10 to 20 grams a
No,
day.
I'm already doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not making you bloat to where you're like retaining a ton of water,
No,
keep that
I'm
cranking
at
that.
179 right now.
Yeah, dude, no,
Yeah,
keep
I'm not
cranking
taking
creatine.
any right
Yeah, it takes creatine.
Yeah, I better do that.
Takes-
Honestly, we got sent some weird gummy bears that the texture was off.
Oh, really?
You ever had that happen? They're
Yeah.
like
Not yet.
super soft.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
really?
like
You don't like them like
they're
that?
like made of butter.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Oh, I hated them. I
like
like them to
juice.
taste like a fruit snack I eat when I was a kid.
It's like juice.
You know,
Oh,
like
you
those,
like the little-
you know, the like the sharks, the
Yeah,
little sharks you ate
white
as a
and
kid.
blue
Oh,
sharks.
and there'd be
Yeah.
the white ones in there, and you'd be like,
They should do, dude. They should do like gusher fucking creatine gummies.
Oh, that'd be sick.
What?
yes.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Let me really think about this.
Yeah.
And it's 2 types of creatine. The shell is one, and the gush is a whole different. Just to be weird with it.
Yeah.
Liquid creatine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You remember that stuff you could drop it under your tongue?
Yes.
Yo.
That's the only thing I ever stole in my whole life.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I was like 16 and I stole that from a health store.
Oh man.
And I totally got caught.
Yeah.
Like, I had long sleeves on, and it's like 120 degrees in Arizona.
The guilt is still on you.
Yeah, I know. And I stuck it in my sleeve, and the person looked at me, and I looked at them,
no.
and I went to put it back, and they started coming towards me, and I'm like,
I'm out.
and I just ran with it. And it's a small town like Havasu. I'm like, I'm never going back to there again. It was not good.
How embarrassing.
Crazy as I got the keys. Cool.
Whatever.
All done stupid stuff. man.
Real
I know.
stupid.
It would have been real funny if when they gave me the key, I had told them that. Like, hey, I don't know. I like stolen. Well, guys, I think we've covered it all.
Yeah, I just want
Into the
to.
fray coming.
What's that?
We got Into the Fray coming.
Into the fray coming. I just wanted to put this out there. Flashman's moving to that next level. We're trying to anyway. So we're going to start looking for sponsors, right? So we have a bunch of metrics. I want to make some posts about what our audience looks like and see if it matches up with any business that is interested in partnering with us.
Yeah.
So that's, one of the things that we have going on. And that's pretty much it. Events coming up June 14th.
Booyah.
I think we're going to kick off the arm wrestling event 2 p.m. And that's going to probably last until about 5 p.m. And then at 6 p.m. is the after party at Dada Labs.
Let's drink, let's eat,
Yeah,
let's
let's
arm
drink,
wrestle.
let's eat, let's arm wrestle. Flashpinproductions.com. That's where you can buy your tickets. Ticket prices are what they are. I can't make it for everyone, right? One of the biggest ideas behind Flashprint is to innovate. And in order to create something that people who we want to partner with and we want to enjoy our experience, you got to pay for it, right? Like,
Especially because it allows us to make it dope.
Right. Like, every single thing that we've done has been at a price point that like just allows people to come, and it's still dope. You can't do that forever. So you got to keep making the value higher, but you know, the price to entry is going to be higher. But we're always going to keep innovating and making it better. So you're not just paying for that time. You're paying to help us grow, to help us innovate, and to help us make this an experience that we can get anybody.
And I think the key word is an experience.
Yeah.
And it's like when I go to a tournament and I pay to enter a tournament, I am paying for an experience with this ref, with this guy that's going to announce me.
Right.
And I think even the after pool party should feel like an experience. You're going to go be a part of something cool.
Right. Yep.
And hopefully that's something different.
Yeah.
That's the big one for me is let's do something cool. And if enough people show up, it'll be something different.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the after party is a part of the reason I even go to compete anywhere.
100%.
Much less at an event that was done in a big production studio, and you're a part of something weird already. That's really being in that is already a lot going on. Yeah. But then all of us going to an after pool that is more of an event and not just a hey, where are we putting tables?
Yeah, let's put some table. Oh, you want to arm wrestle? Like, yeah, it's a little bit more. There's like we're saying, more of an experience to the arm wrestling events rather than just being the arm wrestling event.
Yeah.
So
we'll make it fun. It'll be cool.
We'll definitely make it fun. But yeah, thanks guys. We're out. See you 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.